That
This
is
is
his real name.
Edward. Edward is going to be almost in frame, but not quite for the entire episode. Do you know why I'm wearing Edward right now?
Well, does it have
Oh,
any?
for the people who don't have the video feed, I'm wearing Edward in like a little baby Bjorn
a,
kind
do-
of
a doggy Bjorn.
a sling,
Yeah.
as they call it.
Has okay. So, are you wearing Edward? I have three guesses. Guess number one. I know
Okay.
that Edward is your legally appointed emotional support pet. Are you having a day where you need to have your emotional support pet near you?
That is not why.
Okay.
Guess number two.
Number two. Edward has been banished from the rest of the house, and he needs to be
Ooh.
with you.
You know what? You're close,
Maybe
but
not.
that is
He's
not it.
he. Okay, I'm close. Um,
You're very close, in fact.
I kind of forgot what the third thing I had in mind was. Um, Edward can't be somewhere else during this next hour, so he needs to be with you because either somebody has company, Betty needs to concentrate on something,
Oh,
um,
you're so close. Okay,
Jennifer is cooking and can't have Edward underfoot. Edward just
Ben,
has to be in the room with you for some reason.
I'm gonna give it to you
Yes.
because you're just temporally wrong.
I'm temporally wrong.
So Jennifer's sister is coming to visit. And when Jennifer's sister is here, Jennifer was going to board Edward at a boarding place because he barks whenever anyone who isn't us is around,
I'm
which
familiar.
you may be familiar with. Um, so I know that when I'm holding him, he doesn't bark in those situations.
Yeah.
And so I said, what if I can just hold him all the time? And we had something like this before. I'm like, I could get a sling and put Edward in it, and then he wouldn't bark. And Jennifer is like, you're going to have to give me a proof of concept of that. And so this is the proof of concept.
So, were you
I have
wearing Edward while you worked today?
I wore Edward all day yesterday, and I'm wearing him all day today.
So, does he let you know when he needs to like go outside?
No, I just guess. I take him out regularly. You know, he's had his chance, I will say, even as he looks at me and whimper. No, he doesn't. Seriously, when he's in this, I'm going to stand up for a second so you can see. When he's in it, this is exactly, he's just like this
He looks very
the
peaceful
whole
and
time.
calm. Yeah,
Jennifer has
he's very
posited
happy.
that if this could be his, like if I did this all the time, he would probably be the happiest dog in the world.
And all I can think of is Quaid. Come to me, Quaid.
Um, is that, what is that?
It's a Paul Verhoeven film.
Is it okay? So all right, let's rewind just for a second. Are we talking about Total Recall?
We are talking about Total Recall.
Okay, I didn't realize who is Quaid the name of Arnold Schwarzenegger's
It is.
character?
It is.
Oh my God, why don't I know that? That
And
is so weird.
so the guy who has the little
Queequeg,
baby character.
something.
Yeah, he's the one. He like when he goes like into a trance, he calls in Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who is the guy? Um, so there's a guy who is gonna like run over Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, I think. And I think it's very funny that I can't remember his name
In the
because in the
taxi?
what's that?
No, keep going.
No, like a big like earth moving vehicle or some kind of.
Yeah.
He says he's because in the movie he says it's me blank, and then he says his character's name, and I'm always like, why? Because he's betraying him.
Yes. Yes, I know. It's his friend, the guy, the mutant with the three arms.
That is correct.
And
Yes.
yeah, Quaid's like in a Martian tunnel, and he starts going towards him in some sort of machinery, like some sort of
Yep.
tunnel making machinery.
And I always thought it was weird. Like, why does he say his name at that point? And I
Benny.
realized Eddie,
Benny.
Benny. That's right. That's right. I've realized why he does it.
So the audience would know who it was.
It's it's specifically. I don't. Okay, when I say I know, this is what I really hope it is. It's the actor who played Benny, who is like, no one's going to remember the name of my character. I better say it in this, the most pivotal scene,
That's
so that people will remember.
That's actually one of the things that really annoys me about screenwriting is characters use each other's names constantly. I get why it happens. I can't remember characters' names half the time, but like, you know, Paul, you know what I'm talking about, Paul. Paul, come on,
Yeah, yeah,
Paul.
yeah. Hey, this is something that I'm learning in, at least in Chicago improv. It's very important that you name the other character.
Yeah.
It adds a sense of realism. And I at first I was like, when do people ever just who've known each other for a long time, how often do they actually say the other person's name? With us, it's at least twice a week. Um,
yeah. There, speaking of Total Recall, the art of course acting cool. Speaking of Total Recall, the only
yeah,
one of the few other lines I remember that like occupies a part of my brain is when Arnold Schwarzenegger fights Michael Ironside's character in the elevator, and he goes through. He's holding on to his arms. Spoilers for Total Recall if you haven't seen it from like
yeah.
whatever 1992 I think. Um, his arms get severed, and Michael Ironside falls down this shaft, and Schwarzenegger throws his arms over the edge, and he yells, "See you at the party, Richter!"
So I think that's the problem. Is I thought that, and I know this is crazy. I thought that Richter was the name of Arnold Schwarzenegger's character.
Ah, it's Quaid.
And
Quaid.
what is the name of his alter ego? Is it also Quaid?
Oh gosh, I have no idea. It has to be right.
Yeah. So that is really weird. I wonder. I guess it might be that "See you at the party, Richter" is the thing that I am like that I hear a lot
Yeah.
in relation to that, and so I don't know. Anyway, here's the point. This book, The Art of Course Acting, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently, a sequel to The Art of Course Rugby, which is I thought it was a play on the word. I thought it was a play on fine acting. Uh, but the basic idea is that it's a book all about you know okay, you and I have both seen Arrested Development before.
Correct.
Carl Weathers,
Yes.
the sort of journeyman working actor. This is how you make it in the acting world. All the kind of you don't you've given up on being a leading man. Uh, Not that Carl Lewis has. I mean, Carl Weathers,
Carl Weathers.
Carl Lewis, different guy. Carl Weathers, was a leading man in a couple of things and all that. But the idea of, you're always in something. You don't have the lead role. Um, you try to memorize as little as possible is one of the things in here. So the writing stuff on your playing cards, if you're a gambler in a scene,
Yeah.
writing, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But one of it is, of course, making sure that everyone remembers your character, even though you're only a bit player, all sorts of stuff like that. It's really great.
So this book
And it's,
recommends that you don't memorize your lines, so it's like fresh and like
oh no,
spontaneous, maybe.
it's not satire, right? But it is like tongue in cheek,
Okay.
and it's like the idea basically is that it's the reason you're not memorizing your lines is because you're lazy and you can't be bothered. And it's about, how you should try to take parts that die where you die in act one so that you can leave and go to the pub early, you know, that kind of stuff. It's all,
The jaded, cynical actor's guide to acting.
yeah, exactly. And it's got stuff for directors, and
Yeah,
it's fun. I'm almost done with it.
that is fun.
Um,
Because I was going to counter that because I've heard there are actors like that where they don't memorize their lines. They don't like rehearsing because they want their performance to be fresh. And in a
no,
way, I can kind of see that if
hmm,
that works for you, if that's what keeps you, if you have to be good, a of all. But I've heard so many interviews with actors that I actually respect who are like, you show up prepared. That
yeah.
is that is how you do this job.
Um, I would say this: you should be, um, you should be able to make it sound fresh. I'm not a great actor by any means, but you should be able to make it sound fresh. Um,
That's called acting, man.
even if you've memorized it. Right, exactly.
I mean, that's what is it? Laurence Olivier say to Dustin Hoffman that one time?
Yeah, try acting, my boy, or whatever.
Yeah, something. My lad, my boy, something like that.
Yeah. So, it is an interesting idea. I'm not going to do it, because I'm not here to show off, Ben. Hey, everyone, it's Ben. No, but you know what I mean.
Ta-da!
Um, I was like, what do I have memorized? The Lord's Prayer. I had the Lord's Prayer memorized. You could do taking a phone call using the lines from the Lord's Prayer, right? And go through the whole thing, right?
Probably.
Um,
You want to
oh, now
demonstrate
I
it
want to
for
do
us
it.
now?
Now I want to do it. Okay, so everyone, hold on. Our
Paul,
Father
for
who art
those
in
listening at
heaven,
home, Paul just put on a headset as if he is on a call,
hallowed be thy name.
and it's muted. It's muffling his audio for some reason.
Thy kingdom. Oh, okay. Well, without the headset, it's not as good. Uh, our Father. Okay, so I'm receiving a. Oh, no, I can't because it's using. Then it's just impossible.
You don't have.
Um,
Just use your fingers.
give me a give
Come
me a
on, I'm on the
different.
phone.
Oh,
Hang
okay,
loose,
okay, okay.
bruh.
Can't do it. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but
This call center is off the
deliver us from
charts.
evil. For thy he hung up. Anyway, so the
Hell,
but the basic
that kingdom
the
come.
basic thing. I mean, I'm not great, right? But you get the idea. Like the words that you're saying and what's actually happening uh, can be vastly different. And so you want to have those lines memorized so that you don't all of a sudden forget what it is that you're saying.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That is crazy. I don't want to learn how to drive a car so that I can follow the signs properly. Doesn't make any sense. Same sort of thing. It's an excuse. And if you are an actor who does that, don't add us. Do
Just
people still add? Because I'm not on.
I,
I'm not on that
I don't
stuff.
know. I canceled my Twitter. I'm saving so much money. I just realized that my cord here for my headphones slash microphone makes noise every time I move. Apologies.
Oh,
Last week, you may remember I was eating goldfish, and when I was editing when I was putting our audio together to make the show, I realized just how loudly the bag was. So apologies for everybody who listened to me eat the goldfish last week.
Ben and his loud bag.
My
Loud
loud
bag
bag.
Ben. Uh, so I just got a text from my Baldur's Gate 3 group. They want to meet a half hour later
Is that
on Sunday.
Sunday?
Sunday. Okay, so we have up until my colonoscopy, we have one more. Is that right?
Oh, when is I forgot when your colonoscopy was.
It is the 19th.
Yeah, I think we. Let me confirm, but yeah, we have one more next week. We'll have to.
Okay.
You want to do a two for
So
next
we,
week?
we should do a two for just in case.
Okay.
So we have a safety.
Wow. Next week I have a 12 o'clock dentist appointment. I have a 2 o'clock meeting, and then a twofer with you. So that's a busy day for me.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know. Apparently I'm gonna get an amnesiac.
As your anesthesiologist,
Um,
what am I doing here? Who are you?
yes, kind of.
What's this
So,
gas
so this
for?
is this is the way that Jennifer described it to me. I have to be semi-conscious, right? They're going to give me a sedative while I go through the procedure,
Why do you
right?
have to be semi-conscious?
In case they need me to like adjust. So,
Hey
but
doc, can you
here's
go
the
slower?
thing. After after the procedure is done, then I'm given the amnesiac, and then I won't remember the procedure.
I've never heard of that.
That's what she said. That's what she said. Um, but that's how she described it. Like they call it twilight sleep sometimes.
Sure.
So
I know
yeah,
people are put under all the time for colonoscopies, and in fact, when I need to get one, that's what I'm
oh
gonna
yeah.
request.
Well, that's what they do. I mean, I will be. I can't drive. I'm not allowed to drive
No.
afterwards. So they're going to be doing something with me like that.
Yeah.
And it's not just because my butt will hurt from having a camera there. So I need to tell you, um, So something happened. I met one of my neighbors,
Oh God.
and my neighbor came over, and he said, um, "Someone took my dog." Now we know this dog because the dog is right. I've never met this neighbor
It's
before,
very
but
rare when you don't know your neighbors have dogs.
oh, and when I say I've never met this neighbor before, untrue, and I'll explain that part in a second. But I don't remember meeting this neighbor.
Right.
And he said, um, "Do you have cameras?" And I said, "No, I don't. Sorry." And he said, "Yeah, someone took my dog." Now this dog is a a large kind of bull terrier dog.
Yeah.
So that to me, I was like, what? Someone took the dog is crazy. Like stealing that kind of a dog is a little nuts.
Stealing any dog is a little nuts.
So I said, no, sorry. And then he asked for the woman who used to live here. And I said, well, we bought this house. And he's like, oh, so is all the stuff in the garage yours?
And you're like, what do you
I
know
was
about
like,
what's in my garage?
I was like, yes. And he's like, do you have any weights? And I was like, well, Jennifer, you have some weights, right? And she was like, yeah. And so I said, do you want these? And I gave him Jennifer's weights, not realizing that Jennifer was still using her weights. So then she was in a weird position where I'm gonna be buying her new weights.
So, I'm
And
sure
what she
you're leaving
referred to
out part
them
of the
as,
conversation, but like he asked if you had weights, and did you interpret that as he wanted them, or did he ask for them?
so here's the thing. I thought, and Jennifer has talked to me about this, and you've noticed this before in the past, where I have whole conversations without ever saying anything to anyone.
Right.
Um, I interpreted this as the woman who lived here before had some weights in her garage, and she told him that he could have them at some point in time.
Ah.
He's in need of weights, and we don't have them. So I had that whole conversation without anybody in my head. So I'm like, okay, my neighbor needs some weights. I will get him these weights.
Yeah.
And then, and I was like, as far as I know, Jennifer isn't using these. Never asked her. And then, so he took the weights, and then he left. Jennifer and I were talking, and she's like, so that was weird. Why did you give him the weights? And I was like, oh, well, and I explained to her exactly what I explained to you. And then she was like, you know, I don't know if we should have necessarily told him that we don't have cameras. And this is
You
interesting
think he was
because
Joe Pesciing you
what
from?
happened? What did Joe Pesci
Well, Joe
do?
Pesci played the cop at the beginning of Home Alone.
Oh, okay. Oh, he pretended to be
He
a cop.
pretended to be a cop to case the joint.
Okay. So, no, I don't think so. And here's why. I said that I had never met him before. Incorrect. After Jennifer said that, I remember uh, I was taking out the trash and he came and talked to me. This is like months ago.
Yeah.
And he asked if we had cameras because someone was dumping uh, garbage in the alleyway in his area. And so,
That's a tricky question to try to play off. In case you don't want them to know you have cameras, because if you say you do have cameras, you're gonna have to prove it.
well, yes. But this is the thing also. I have no guile whatsoever. So I just like, no, I don't have cameras, right? And then we talked about, well, should we get them? Should we get a camera?
You and Jennifer, not you and the
Yeah.
neighbor.
And so, should we get? Hey, so,
Let's just surveil the whole neighborhood. Why not?
and then he asked for my number, and I'm like, well, this is my next door neighbor. It makes sense for me to have his number, him to
Right
have my
next door
number.
to you, like
Yeah,
on the
he's
other side
like,
of the garage,
yeah, like the other side of the alley.
other side of the alley. Okay.
Yeah, so we're like right next to it. His
Yeah.
garage. Uh, I can see his garage. His garage is in my camera uh, view
Oh, now you have a camera.
because now I have a camera. Uh, I was like, well, okay, I guess I'll get one. Because, well, and this is my thought. Um, if I had had a camera, I would have been able to help because I would have seen something, probably.
Yeah, but now
I might have seen
if
something.
his garage door is open, does your camera look right into his space?
It sort of does, sort of. And this is the thing is I was telling Jennifer about this, and she told me that I have to stop spying on the neighbors with my camera. Um, because someone,
Oh, jeez. It's a
so
no-win
his
situation.
his garage door was cracked like a foot, right?
Yeah.
And I thought maybe he did it so the dog could like run in or something. Uh, but today, someone enters the camera view. It's not a great resolution or anything.
Yeah.
Someone enters the camera view, uh, bends down and looks under the garage, and then walks off frame. And then a little bit later, um, the door opens, to the garage, and the same person is like looking around. And I think that it's my neighbor, but I don't know for sure. And as I'm telling Jennifer this, she's like, "Hey, guess what? None of your business. Don't spy on the neighbors with the camera,"
Were you
which
watching
makes
this
sense.
as it was happening, or were you
No,
reviewing the footage later?
it records little clips
Like
if
when
it
it just senses
detects
motion?
motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, "Okay, you can watch, you can go through the clips, uh, once a day. Decide when it's going to be, and then you can go through the clips. Because we're not here to prevent things from happening
Laying
by
down some
looking at our
boundaries.
camera. We're here just in case something happens. We can look at
Yeah.
the camera.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's a whole suburban sort of like quagmire, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word,
yeah,
but people have security cameras because they want to feel like they're protected. Yet if your houses are close together, you're constantly staring at your neighbor, and you're being
exactly.
stared at too.
So the screen went dark. I think I'm coming back.
Are you? Is this after
Um,
your colonoscopy? Are you rehearsing?
no, no. Um, oh, this is too bad, Ben. I'm stuck on this screen. Oh, there we go. All right. Now I need to type it. I think I'm still good. Those of you who have um, been here before know that, yeah, okay, there we go. I was inadvertently always stopping the feed whenever my screen went dark.
I oh, I
This has
didn't
not happened.
I didn't watch the Super Bowl, um, so I didn't see this commercial that
Oh, the
advertised the
the
flock.
ring camera
Yeah,
thing?
with the ring cameras, and because to like someone was like trying to find a lost dog. Speaking of lost dogs,
Yeah.
um, so I didn't see that commercial, but because of the public outcry, Fluck or Ring has canceled its contract with Fluck. I think in a couple of places.
Yeah. Flock is really doing the wrong thing. There's a lot of wrong things that Flock is doing.
Yeah.
Now that I know that Flock was, because Jennifer told me about this, I was like, oh, I didn't know Ring was that bad. But now that I know that Flock is involved, everything makes sense.
I actually had never heard of Flock until this whole thing started going down.
Yeah, Flock wrote to a whole bunch of police agencies saying, we're on the side of the police, and in a really sort of creepy way.
Yeah.
Like, um,
Blue Lives Matter. Woo!
well, not even that, not even that. Like people are
Clip
people are
that, make it go
are
viral.
giving you, oh no, people are giving you a bad name, and we're here to protect you, and
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
stuff by using this data and stuff, whatever. Um, hmm. Oh yeah, Claude, the AI thing. Are you familiar with that?
I'm familiar that it is a thing. I have not used it, but I do. I
So,
have. I was talking to a friend recently who uh, mentioned that a supervisor at one of her jobs basically created an entire website in under 5 minutes using Claude. Like
yeah.
something that you would pay a few $1,000s for a web designer to build.
So my understanding is that the Pentagon may stop working with Claude because Claude, and I'm sure that listener Steven knows about this. Um, Claude refused to do a couple of things, and the two things were like um, they weren't going to allow people to spy on United States citizens, and like one other thing, which I forget. Both of which are like, you know,
Yeah.
won't allow surveillance of you of United States citizens, and won't allow autonomous military. What do you call those things? Weapons
Drones.
that don't have any human in the chain of kill orders.
Yeah.
Something like that, like those two things. and
Well, that's
and
obviously not good for America.
it was even so far as they're saying now in the future we think that this would be good. We just don't think that it's ready yet. You like kind of the person who is talking about their ex-lover in a way that they hope that maybe they can still get back together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, this person, I mean, all I want them to do is to stop XYZ. They're still great and they're still, that kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. But I thought that was interesting.
He says he
And
loves me. That's why he hurts me.
I haven't, he hit me and it felt like a kiss, a real song that I think was written by Phil Spector, I want to say.
A notable quality human.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, so Ben, I have not seen the news other than a couple of like things that I just can't help. So there are probably things I don't know about.
Yeah, I was just thinking that since we last spoke, we went to war.
Oh, okay. So is that a thing?
Well, it depends on who you ask. In fact, with Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullen, it depends on it depends on like what minute it is, I guess.
Like, did we vote on it? That's what I'm
Oh God,
wondering.
no. Well, actually, today the Congress just declined the War Powers Limit Act.
What does that mean?
As far as I understand, it would limit Trump's actions for this. So Congress basically gave him permission to do what he's been doing.
Okay.
So not good.
Well, not good, but also par for the course,
Yeah, yeah, not good,
as
not
expected.
surprising.
Yeah. So, okay. So that happened. I didn't yeah, no. I heard about it's Iran, right? Or
Yeah,
Iran.
Iran.
Yeah, I heard something about it, but no one's really been talking about it around here. And by around here I mean Betty and Jennifer.
Yeah, well, we killed the Ayatollah Al Khomeini, so we got
What?
that going for us.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to I'm laughing because that's like that's a guy that's been around there for a while,
Quite some
right?
time. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And the president was asked who he wanted to take over Iran's leadership,
Uh-huh.
and he said he had a couple of people in mind, but they were both killed. So not only did we take
Oh.
out the current leader, we took out what we wanted to be his replacements, which sounds like quality work from the U.S. military.
Well, yeah, that's well now we have to understand, Ben. He just said that they'd been killed. Doesn't mean that they were Iranian. That's something to keep in mind
Yeah, it's
with this administration.
I've
Haha.
only been paying attention to the news that just makes it to my daily like Reddit scroll. I haven't been like
Yeah.
looking into anything or like watching any newscasts or oh god, Paul's left. Paul has left us. Come back, Paul. I don't like looking at myself in duplicate. Uh, is he coming back? Hopefully he'll come back. Um, but yeah, the whole Iran thing is horrible, and I don't know if Paul knows that Trump fired Homeland Secretary Kristi Noem today. Fired her like a dog, and
And you tapped
there
them.
he is.
So that's what happened. And I'm sure that you probably did the thing that we do sometimes where you're saying something at the same time that I'm
And you're
saying
saying something.
kind of thing. Has
Yeah.
this person shown up yet?
No, they haven't. I'm
I'm
watching.
worried.
I'm watching my my means of communication because they reached out on Discord, but I gave them my phone number, so I've got
Mhm.
Discord and messages up, just so. They said after. They said 4:30. They said after 4:30. I think is what they said. So
Uh,
I'm not saying 4:30 exactly. By around 4:30. That's what they
so
said.
then
By around 4:30.
you don't keep track of your daily food intake or anything, I'm guessing.
I don't keep track of it, but I try to watch it.
So the low carbohydrate, low sugar diet. I think I talked about this
We
last
talked about
time.
that last week. Yeah.
Um, it's really interesting.
Is it hard?
It's not really hard. Big old bag of nuts. So that's my snack, right?
Yeah.
Um, and then I'm the hardest part is like it's easy to snack. It's harder to eat like um like lunch and stuff because it used to be that I just eat Uncrustables or fish sticks or whatever, and none of those, easy things
Fish
are available
fingers.
to me.
Yeah.
Dinner is fine because I mean Jennifer's already making kind of stuff for her.
I'm assuming
She
that she takes your dietary needs into consideration for when she makes dinner for you.
sort of. I mean she makes what she wants, but does ask me about stuff. Yes, and she uh, has been diagnosed as being diabetic. I'm pre-diabetic. Um, so I mean, as long as I eat the stuff that she makes for herself, the thing is that I'm more strict than she is when it comes to stuff
Yeah.
in general. So like I really digressed today in that I ate a key lime uh, yogurt that had like 20 some odd grams of carbohydrates in it. I'm allowed 100 a day. So it's
Well,
not
then you
like,
did nothing wrong.
yeah,
And
it's,
yogurts, some yogurts can be good for you.
but the big thing is that what we're trying to watch out for is the sugar, the swings, right?
Yeah.
The basic reason that you have the low carb, low sugar diet, as far as I can tell, is that it evens you out so that you have a steady state rather than a pendulum swing. So it's been working so far. Um, and yeah, it's my brain fog is still happening. It's not as bad. The one thing I have noticed is that I have uh how sometimes when it's very much when I was on Adderall for a little bit for the ADHD thing.
Yeah.
Um, how come everybody's so stupid? Which is a bad way to be,
To go through life.
especially when you are actually mentally impaired. So I have hard time with recall and things like that, and I have a hard time explaining. Like we said, have a whole conversation in my head, right?
Yeah.
Why don't people not understand the thing that I haven't said to them? That kind of thing. The difference is that I'm conscious of it now, and I know that I'm doing it,
That's good.
which is helpful. Um, but we'll see. Anyway, so nuts are easy. I have lots of mozzarella cheese. I have pepperoni. No cholesterol. Not cholesterol. Sorry, no carbohydrates in mozzarella cheese or pepperoni.
Yeah, just don't put
Uh,
them on a pizza.
well, what I can do is put them on an egg life wrap,
An
and
egg
then
white wrap?
egg life. Egg life is a
Egg life.
egg life. EGGLIFE.
Yeah.
They make
What is that?
wraps out of eggs. Um, I,
Mr.
I ate
Egg,
their
what I'm here to
noodles.
say.
I'm not going to eat their noodles again.
You didn't like
Their
them?
noodles are dry,
Ah.
and by dry I mean they absorb any liquid that you put on them. I like my noodles to be toothsome and um, like chewy almost, which is why I really like there's edamame noodles which are like that. I think that there are some soy noodles that I might look into as well, but I think both of those will work.
I desperately need to go shopping. Um, for lunch today, I had a turkey bacon bagel with
Ooh.
fried egg on it from Bagel Shop right up here.
Okay, so I realize now that you had a bagel with turkey bacon on it, not a bagel with turkey and bacon on it.
It is turkey bacon. It's like
Yeah.
Tbilisi turkey bacon, I believe is what they call it.
Beef bacon is another thing. I don't know if you've ever seen it or had it.
I
Pretty
don't believe
good.
I have. Oh, work is running late. They'll be up in like 15.
15. Oh, Ben, look at that. So close.
Oh my god. You may have to do the final like 90
Oh yeah.
seconds of the show on your own.
Let's see. I finished Bodies. I'm still sticking to the only about an hour of TV a day thing.
Yeah.
I I cheated in one way. Big Stuff did eat up PNG. The last episode that they did, I watched it on video instead of listening to the audio only on it. Which is, and then also when Jennifer's watching TV and I'm there, I don't count
That
it as
doesn't
my
count.
TV watching
Yeah.
time because it's not what I want to watch.
Today, as we're recording this, Thursday, March 5th, 2026, there's a new episode of The Pit I'm excited to consume tonight.
Oh,
That will
interesting.
be
I
my
haven't seen
one
The Pit.
hour of television. I'll allow
What's
myself that 1 hour of television, not because I need to cut down on my screen time, but because I have work I need to be doing tonight.
what is The Pit on?
HBO. I think we talked about this.
Oh,
Like, you
we've
don't
talked
have
about
the
this. Yeah,
HBO, so
yeah. I
you
might
can't watch it.
HBO. So
But I'm excited for you to finally get it, so you can watch The Pit because I find it intriguing. And I think Steven
okay.
says it's the most realistic depiction of the chaos of an ER room that he's seen. So I'll take his endorsement.
I don't know. I'll talk to Jennifer about it. We'll see.
Well,
Um,
now that Paramount Skydance is going to consume Warner Brothers Discovery, maybe there will be
oh,
one whole
oh,
package.
they got it instead of Netflix?
Yeah, Netflix bowed out.
Wow.
I don't know the mechanics. I just know that like the day after Netflix said they were no longer going to try to pursue Warner Brothers Discovery, Paramount Skydance
Well, shoot.
swooped in.
Ben, I'll tell you what, man. I might do that because Paramount has like Twin Peaks and whatever you call it, all the Star Treks.
Yeah, they do have all the Star Treks, don't
If
they?
they get together and they do that, and it's just HBO, Paramount, and Max.
I have no
What?
idea.
Oh
It's
no, Edward, what is it?
somebody is
What?
ever.
There's something happening.
Uh oh. The
There's
proof
a
of
noise
the
happening.
proof of concept is kind of falling apart
No,
right
no,
now.
no, no. Look, look. Before I wasn't wearing him. Before he was sitting on my lap.
Ah, gotcha.
His feet have to not. He can't be stable.
He's got to be bundled.
Yeah, and that was unfair. That was machinery. That wasn't a person.
Somebody on online on Reddit, I think, said once the Paramount HBO thing goes through, they'll have the same type of programming that was like Time Warner Cable from the late 90s. And they listed off a bunch of like channels that are now going to be available under one umbrella.
Can Can you think of like any of them?
I can't think of which ones they include, but it felt like a good like cable package. Like you had HBO, you had Comedy Central, you had CBS essentially, even though that's not really a
Yeah.
cable channel. Um,
Oh, CBS, how's that going, by the way? I heard some I heard some crazy things before I stopped.
I don't know. I don't know how it's
The
going
the
on.
big the big thing I think, and I think you and I maybe even talked about this, um, where CBS Evening News did a thing about some problems happening at CBS, and CBS was unavailable for comment.
We didn't talk about that. I did know that Anderson Cooper left 60 Minutes, basically, I guess, out of protest
Oh no,
for
I didn't know
this.
that either.
Yeah. So, as far as I'm aware, the head of CBS, who is still a big like neocon and controlling the trying to control the
Oh,
narrative of the
Edward,
channel, is still in.
Edward, what is it? What is that noise, huh? What is it? Oh yeah, let's be quiet. Let's be real quiet, Edward. Edward, oh my gosh. Okay, and now stand up.
How long is Jennifer's
The
sister
saddest.
planning on being in town?
I just need to be able to maintain it for 2 days, which I can do. It's that noise, whatever that noise is. It's a machinery noise of some kind, Ben. If I didn't have these earplugs in, I'd probably be able to tell. Um, so it is sort of a Python sketch though, where a guy always stands up whenever he hears one word and somebody else, that kind of thing.
Edward's training you.
Have you seen the French, not French? Oh my gosh, how did that happen? The Australian comedy duo who does like sort of a CNN talking heads kind of thing. It's a guy interviewing another guy about a boat, an oil
Where
tanker,
the
where
front
the
fell off.
yeah, that guy.
I've seen that sketch. I have not seen anything else that duo has done.
They do very similar. They have done very similar things about a couple of different
Yeah.
things, but the main thing is the front fell off one. I was telling Jennifer, it is in the vein of some of Monty Python's interviewer back and forths, and I think doesn't just try to do it, it succeeds. It is as good as anything that was put out there. Front Fell Off was very, very good.
Today we welcome Arthur Two Sheds Jackson.
Get out of here, Two Sheds. I like I like Two Sheds a lot. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I got a.
Uh,
I was able to watch the entire Monty Python's Flying Circus because of you, because you had the complete DVD set.
I did.
I borrowed it
Yes,
once.
I still do. Yeah, it's downstairs.
Now it's streaming on. I think it's on like Prime or something. I came across it.
Uh, it is interesting when some of them left, like the Golden Age of Ballooning sketch, I think. Some of them are gone. I forget who leaves, but some people leave.
During the TV
And
show.
yep,
Yeah, John Cleese left in the final season.
okay, that's probably it.
I think
And
he was the he might have been the only one.
again, Graham Chapman, my appreciation for him grows and grows every time I watch those things.
I have
Just
a biography of his that I haven't read yet. Maybe
yeah,
I wonder if I still have that. I got rid of a lot of books when I moved out of Wallingford, so I might have I might have given it away before reading it, which would be a shame.
yeah. That I mean, it was a biography,
It was a
a
biography. It
biography.
was not an autobiography.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't remember when it was written. I might have like I don't remember my rationale of getting rid of it. Maybe I'll look and see when I get home if I
I
still have
tell you
it.
something that's very bizarre to me.
You've told
Jennifer
me
and
many
I
things that are bizarre to you over the course of our
found
friendship.
out recently that Charlie Sheen is still alive.
That's surprising to you?
Both of us thought that he had died of AIDS like 5 years ago.
Of AIDS?
Yeah,
Charlie Sheen went
like
through a
both
weird time, but like I
both
don't.
of us. I don't know why, but both of us thought that was true. Like it might be some sort of weird Mandela effect thing, but we were both super surprised.
Well, uh, I got good news. He's not.
Well, is it
Uh,
good? No, I'm kidding. Come on, Charlie Sheen. We're happy you're not dead. We also, I mean, but this has happened to us before. We both thought James Spader had died, and he's still alive, so that's good. I don't know. I don't know what's happening, man.
you know who did pass away recently? An actor that I did not really watch at all, but I knew of him, which was Eric Dane. Eric Dane.
Eric Dane.
Eric Dane. He, if you've heard of the character of McSteamy from Grey's Anatomy, which is, I've never watched Grey's Anatomy, but for some reason, because of my pop culture consumption, I know that there's a character on there nicknamed McSteamy.
So there's McSteamy and McDreamy. Is that the idea that they're a couple of different?
Perhaps. Like he's called McSteamy just because like at one point he's introduced on the show because he comes out of a shower and like all the steam bellows out from the
Oh, okay.
bathroom. Handsome dude, like Hollywood handsome, charming. Contracted ALS, but what I did watch, which was Netflix has this show called Famous Last Words, and their very first episode was with Jane Goodall, because they record these interviews with people and they don't air them until they pass away.
Okay.
So Jane Goodall did a episode, which Netflix aired after she left us, and Netflix did the same thing with Eric Dane after he passed away from essentially Lou Gehrig's disease. Although I don't know if do we call it that anymore, or do we just say ALS?
I don't know.
I don't
I mean
I
I've
think
I've heard of it.
people of this generation don't know who Lou Gehrig is anymore, so we have to call it ALS. Um,
You
anyway,
can't even say Lou Gehrig anymore,
I
then.
I've I was just gonna. It depends on who you're talking to. I have to. But I watched it and it was touching. It's yeah, it was touching. Recommended. I didn't know the guy, but I felt for him, his family. And that's all I'll say.
Yeah. So I don't know him that well, at least.
What were you
Eric
looking
Dane, I
up? Were
mean.
you looking up McDreamy and McSteamy?
Well, no, I just wanted to see who he was.
Uh,
Yeah, I didn't
he's
didn't.
in the
So,
HBO,
oh,
another HBO show, Euphoria, which I've not seen.
yeah, I haven't seen Euphoria
Um,
either.
I generally don't seek out TV shows focused on high school kids anymore.
Yeah, it's nothing you need to do. I feel like.
Yeah.
Um, so I feel like, yeah, I don't know exactly. I finished Bodies. I think I mentioned that already. Um,
How was it?
which it's good. Again, the book and the TV series are different, obviously. I saw this is the order of operations. I saw the show first, then I read the book, then I watched the show again.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice way to do it. The well, spoilers for Bodies. The future person in the book, I like it a lot better because they're crackers. Like they don't remember anything past a certain time. All this kind of stuff. It's very cool.
I'll check it out.
Um,
It's on my list on my Netflix.
ah, so for the Netflix one, it's different. Like how do I describe it? They keep all the trappings of it, but the stories behind all the trappings, they're the same people, quote unquote, but their motivations are a little bit different. There are some invented characters and all that.
Yeah.
I think it's great though. I think it's a great series. Um, Stephen Graham
Love me some Stephen
uh,
Graham.
is in it,
Yeah.
and he's great, obviously. Yeah, it's really interesting. Stephen Graham is someone that, I mean, for me anyway, Snatch is the first time that I ever saw him.
I think he's the first time a
Uh,
lot of us in the States saw him.
and it's one of those things where, um,
You like Dex?
if Stephen Graham is in a film with Jason Statham and an American is watching it at the time that it came out, you don't really notice how much of that film he's, making move, making go
Yeah.
forward. You
Tommy.
know, Tommy. Um,
What Tommy? The Germans.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which I
Um,
love that that's a joke within with between them, but it's never addressed. It's just there.
Explain. What do you mean?
It's a when so Jason say so Turkish constantly
Yes,
teasing Tommy about the Germans is an
yes.
inside joke between those two characters. The audience can see it's an inside joke between those two characters, but it's never explained why it's an inside joke. It's never addressed how that came to be. And I love that dynamic in movies.
Oh, now is that not when he's showing him a gun?
He says it a few times in the movie.
Okay, because I always thought, and this is again how my brain works, where I try to find a reason. I thought it was because the gun was old, and so the Germans would have been the last people that faced him off with a gun.
If that works for you.
But here's the thing: it only works, Ben, if that's the first time he ever does it, and I don't know if it is.
Yep.
So, and also it only works, quote unquote. Jennifer's like you never once something's out there, whatever your interpretation was, person who wrote the thing doesn't necessarily matter, that kind of thing. I think that that goes with us as well. Like I do kind of feel a want to do something, but I don't know how to do it. Are you familiar with the notebooks feature that Google has now,
I am
where
not.
you can give it a source, and it will create a podcast where two people talk about something. So you give it information, and they're like, "Okay, we have to talk about if you give me a note on the Annex charter, right? It'll be a podcast, it'll be two people, and they'll be like, so let's talk about this charter. Yeah, I know. The Annex charter is really interesting.
Cool.
The thing that I liked is, and then they'll like go through all the things.
Yeah.
I do kind of want to um, make an AI watch all of our stuff and then talk about it in the same way.
Let's
Because
talk
I
about the
think that,
GudeLaurance podcast.
oh, the podcast. Oh,
Oh, hosted by
yeah,
Paul
that's,
Goody and Ben Lawrence. You mean that one?
you mean that one?
The
Yeah.
one that they
Oh,
do. They do that every Thursday, and it drops every Monday. That podcast.
it's interesting you say that because sometimes they don't record it on Thursdays, and even though it consistently seems to come out on Mondays, it's like the person in charge of making sure it goes out is responsible, and there's something going on with the scheduling of when they record that may be a little bit off.
Yeah, and here's a fun fact. Sometimes they record two shows at once.
They call them twofers. I
I
do remember
I
that.
bet
They
you didn't
refer
know
to
that,
it
but you know that
a
now.
couple of times. Hey, and now you know the
The
rest of the
rest of
story.
the story.
Hey, so it looks like Ben, we're coming up on the end
Wow, yeah.
of the podcast. So
I may not have to skedaddle to the front door. I just used the
I
word skedaddle.
I ski see the Seattle Skedaddle
Hey.
will not be seen tonight. So we've got about 15 minutes. Why don't we
15
make this
minutes.
a cutting it close one so that I can maybe even upload the file before we have to go.
No. Possibly.
So thanks everybody. We're right in an hour. Keeping that Joe Garden promise. Even though I haven't spoken to Joe in years, I tell you. All right, then. Talk to you later.
Uh,
Keep it wrong.
bye, bye, Paul. Keep it wrong. How's it
Yeah,
happening? Whatever that
how's
third
it
thing
happening?
was.
Okay,
Okay,
bye. A great
bye.
podcast.